What's going on, North America and maybe Australia and the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland, maybe Mexico. I would like it if just Mexicans watch this. Hence my Pablo Escobar hat. This is actually, people think this is a Che Guevara hat. This is Pablo Escobar dressed as Che Guevara for Halloween wearing a Che Guevara hat. You know, last time I was in Cuba, a lot of my fellow socialist friends said, "Can you get me a Che Guevara shirt when you're there?" I didn't see a lot of them. I assume it's because Cubans love Che so much that they wear them out. They use them to death. This episode's going to be slightly different. We will be fielding questions, but we'll also be talking about the fact that I had vegan spaghetti for dinner, and you can see that here and here. And I did that on purpose because, as MIA would point out, gingers are the last group who could be prejudiced towards. And my brother is fighting Copper Cab sometime this month, I believe. And that's because that's considered funny. It's considered funny to fight a ginger, as they're called, to make fun of people with red hair. Well, I've got red hair. You want to fight me? You know, you can't make fun of African Americans, you can't make fun of Jews, but you can make fun of redheads till the cows come home. That's messed up. All right, first question is from Alex, who paid $9.99. So he moves to the top of the list. By the way, I'm drinking corporate beer because there's no other beer in this crap studio. Miles, do you think Jussie Smollett will ever be able to eat a 12-inch footlong from Subway in public again after his name has been smeared by all of racist America? That's a good point. I think it's interesting, though, that now we realize that Jussie Smollett was telling the truth. The American justice system has supported his original story, and his lawyer's got some interesting points. Like at one point, his lawyer, they said that the attackers seemed white, but they might have been black. And she goes, maybe they're in whiteface. Maybe they had peach like foundation on, and on their hands too. Jussie, whom I consider a friend, by the way, a comrade. Jussie's considering suing the brothers and the Chicago PD. The Chicago PD just gave him a receipt, an invoice for doing their job. I'm really glad Tina Chen got involved. Michelle Obama's chief of staff. She did a wonderful job. I'm glad that what's her name? Fox.
Kim Fox.
Kim Fox. The thing I like about Kim Fox, too, is she looks different in every picture, which shows that she has a wide range of personalities. I look the same in every picture, but Kim has an incredible difference. Sometimes she looks like a chocolate Pepe the Frog. Sometimes she looks attractive. You never know what you're getting with her, but every time, you're getting justice. And by the way, I was very impressed that he held on to his Subway sandwich while he got beat. Here's what happened. Two men beat him wearing ski masks and MAGA hats. They said, "This is MAGA country." They poured frozen bleach all over him because it was 20 below, which bleach freezes there. And they put a noose around his neck. And throughout it all, he held on to his 12-inch sub. His 12-inch sub. And people say, well, he was on drugs. That's a very big meth area. That's where a lot of gays go to, you know, perform fellatio for money and do meth. Oh, really? Do you know how hungry you are in meth? You could barely take a chip out of a 6-inch sub. He had a 12-inch sub. You ever had a 12-inch sub? It gives you belly pains. It's a little bit too much, which is weird because like the 6-inch isn't quite enough. You know what I mean? Ryan?
Oh, me? Yeah.
You have a 6-inch and you go, I have the vegan, the tofu one, and you're done and you go,
You need more.
I could do with one more bite.
Yeah.
And then when you have a 12-inch, you go, whoa. Not good, dude. Next question. How can I convince my husband to lose muscle mass? That's a great question. I think if you follow my lifestyle, you can lose up to 90% of your muscle mass. So here's what you do. You masturbate in front of a computer as much as possible. Don't have sex with your significant other. You binge watch Netflix. So you go out and you get wasted on craft beers, and then you come home and you talk and you smoke pot. You go to bed usually when the sun's coming up. Then when you wake up, you feel like shit. And good thing you don't have kids, so you can just basically fucking binge Netflix all weekend. Watch Dirt, watch every episode of the new Punisher, watch Game of Thrones. You'll notice that we're attracted to a lot of testosterone-fueled television. You do all that, I guess you'll inevitably have sex, right? Because you're both naked lying next to each other, hungover. But just have a quickie. And eventually, and then also, when you're back at work, make sure your work involves some sort of blogging. And eventually you'll be down to 0 calories of muscle mass. Soy helps.
By the way, Mitchell for $10 said, "Good day from down under, from Australia."
Good day to you, Mitchell. Please help me fight the concept of Gavin McInnes and Tommy Robinson and Milo Yiannopoulos coming to Australia. Because the words have power, words have meaning, and words are full of hate. So if they go there and they say things, even if they don't intend them to be hateful, people could be rioting the streets, and you don't want that. Actually, I think Milo's out. Lara Erickson. A lot of chicks. I like that. You know, one of the reasons I abandoned hardcore is there was too many dudes and not enough chicks in the scene. And then I know Bikini Kill came along, and they said, "Fuck you!" And how do their songs go? "I'm a riot girl." Yeah. What is it again?
Bikini mess.
That little girl thinks she's a queen of the neighborhood. I got news for you. She is rebel girl, rebel girl, rebel girl. You are the queen of my world. I only listen to either female singers or singers of color. And I'll tell you what, that's led to a lot of R&B. She's the queen of the neighborhood. I like the Breeders, Ani DeFranco. I like Veruca Salt. I like, who's that band that's on Portlandia? The chick?
Sleater Kinney?
Sleater Kinney.
Who put the bomb?
Who put the bomb? That's
Le Tigre.
Le Tigre, yes. Named after a shirt. I like the chick with the mustache in Le Tigre.
What?
The name for your followers should be Resist Everything Trump and Rabid Democrat Socialists. You're the king of the RETARDS. I like that. That's a good idea for a movement.
It spells it. Not in my.
You know, a great movement you should check out is the Uhuru Solidarity Movement in Florida. It was initially run by Kazi Kodso, but I believe homophobia drove him out. Those guys are white black supremacists, which I would call myself. And they hand out flyers for black supremacy, and they say, white people, what is it, in allegiance with black power? Something like that. And they push for reparations, and they say things like, you better give us reparations or we're going to take it from your ass. White people. So they adopt the vernacular.
I stand in solidarity with.
I stand in solidarity with black power. And then people go, well, what if there was black people handing out pamphlets saying I stand in solidarity with white power? People would think that they are mentally ill. That's because it's about power, dumbass. Okay, racism is about power. So it's different for white people. Ooh, that adds a real full light to the background. Speaking of power, I wanted to talk about something before we get to more questions. I wanted to talk about gender and the concept that a lot of people seem to have trouble with, where a woman can have a penis. Men can be great moms. Women can have a vagina that is made up of a penis and balls. An OBGYN in 2019 has to understand that. And so do doctors. So if you get a man with a vagina at the urologist what should you do? You should make him feel proud of his penis that is shaped like this. And you should pay attention to the clit and do whatever to the clit what you would do to a penis. Similarly, if you're a gynecologist and you're dealing with a woman's penis, just sort of go like this when it's there and say, all right, let's see what we have here, ma'am. And then go, everything seems to be okay. It's almost like Fisher-Price doctors, you know? When you're a kid and you put your thing on the heart. You can do that. And maybe take your stethoscope and put it on the woman's bag and be like, I think we're good. And make her feel at home, because you have no idea how uncomfortable it is for a woman with a penis to get in those stirrups and pull up her dress and reveal her genitalia to the OBGYN. Similarly, excuse me, I just threw up, which is my own prejudice.
Throwing up?
Well, having trouble talking about this. Also, if your dating app says anything about, like, I prefer penises, vaginas, that's disgusting. You prefer human beings, and you're attracted to everyone of all race, of all gender types. So, say you see a woman who's super hot on Tinder, and you say yes, you swipe right. Is it right?
I don't know.
We don't know. We're too feminist.
Yes.
But say you swipe right, and you go home with this woman, and she has a penis. And she goes, I'd love you to eat me out. And she has an erection. Now you go, what do I do with this? So earlier, for the gynecologist, he goes like that, right? With the woman with an erection, it's actually quite handy because that's out of the way. And you can focus on the female scrotum. And what you do there is, you sort of like, you make labia majoris by going like this to the scrotal sac. Wait, I'm having trouble because it's in reverse on this camera. Like that. You see that? And then you can play with her labia that are ideally shaved, I assume, in the scrotal sac. Now, what about a man with a vagina? And he takes you in the night, and they usually have wife beaters on and 2 scars here. And they have low-slung jeans. They look like Justin Bieber. They look like they're young rapper gentlemen, white guys. And he's making out, and you're all like, wow, 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 I'm having gay sex, right? And then you would take off your pants, and he'd say something like, I want to make love to you. So as a dude, like me, I would lie back and have my feet sort of like this, right? Like this. Right? And then he would be nude, and he would get on top of me, and he would start pushing his vagina against my taint, I guess. Right? And out of respect to him, I would go, whoa, whoa, we got a live one. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's have a break. It's too intense. Now that sounds like acting, and it sounds insincere. Yes, a lot of lovemaking is like, you like that? And, you say things that aren't 1,000% sincere. So it's part of making the other person feel good. So if a man with a vagina wanted to take me in a gay love affair, I would just be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You didn't tell me this was going on. And just like, oh, okay, I need a break. And then the next day, I would walk, like I would come down for breakfast, like this. Like, oh, oh, ay, 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 oh, actually, I'll stand. I'll stand for breakfast, actually. And that makes them feel good. And trans people feel so bad so often that if we're doctors or lovers, can we not just reverse the tide for one night? Can we not just flip the trans coin and say, guess what? Heads. Get down there. What's with the little light bulb with bunny ears behind you? I also like the Reservoir Dogs action figure. That's from Andrew Bailey. Okay, so this was a character my brother worked on with Dave Cooper until Dave Cooper discovered my brother was a fascist, and now they're not friends anymore. but the cartoon was called Pip and Norton. And it was loosely based on both Dave and Gavin and also the Honeymooners. Although the Norton in that cartoon was the opposite of the Norton in the Honeymooners. And I believe that's Pip. So they made action figures that likely didn't sell. And this Reservoir Dogs guy, this is Chris Penn, I believe, right?
Yes.
Chris Penn. You know what's funny? I was just Googling Sean Penn. He had a brother named Michael Penn who had a hit called No Myth. I didn't realize that. That's probably worth something, you know. Do you want to take it out of the box? Hey, that's popular with YouTubers, right?
Would that be the first time?
This is a box unveiling. I don't
Unboxing?
actually give a crap about these things, so I don't think it's taboo to unveil.
I'm panicking.
You're panicking?
Yeah.
This isn't done?
I would consider that a collectible.
Ooh, I would consider that a collectible. Actually, I agree with you, Ryan. I also am a giant infant who refuses to grow up. So I do value toys more than children do. All right, so let's go through this, shall we? We appear to have a stand. This is dead Chris Penn. Always got his neck thing in here. Let's undo his neck thing. It's kind of ironic that he was lying in that plastic thing like that, and that's what he's doing in real life. This has a zipper. It appears to be actual denim. Kind of looks like him. What do you guys think?
Quit pointing that gun at my daddy.
So it comes with a lot of accessories. What do we got here? This appears to be, oh, this is like a chest holster, which Ryan can put on. Actually, maybe you can handle all this, Ryan. We also have a pack of cigarettes, a gold bracelet, a Zippo, 2 guns, an old-timey phone, and a cigarette. Cool if we get the cigarette in his mouth. Probably not. So why don't you see if you can assemble that for the kids at home, and we'll keep taking questions. Remember the King of Queens episode where his black friend comes up with a cooler black friend, and Kevin James has fantasies about him being also a cool black guy and being down with the black movement, and he asks for some reparations. It's a really stupid episode that my brother likes. All right, Tony Bucharest. I wish I had Jussie's girl. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Where can I find a lawyer like that? We'll play along with the charade. There doesn't seem to be a reason to change. Oh, what I feel so dirty when she starts. Jussie doesn't feel dirty when the prosecutor starts talking cute. He's gay. You should know that. But it wasn't his lawyer that did this. It was Tina. What the hell's her name? Tim Fox?
Who? Kim Fox.
Kim Fox. Why can I not remember that name? It was Kim Fox. This is from the Sacramento Resistance, which is awesome. Does your brother Kyle pick on you as well? Please send this donation to Copper Cab. That's fucked up. I mean, that's good. So he can afford roids to beat up Gavin. By the way, Ryan is totally on Gav's nuts. What a loser.
That's not nice.
That's harsh on you, but I like them because they're part of the resistance. So fuck you. And I'm happy they said that. Let's go to another one, shall we? Have you heard of the island of Ganzania? This is from a guy named Rage. I've just figured out what you're getting at there. Good work. 1477. Varg Vic. How do you feel about Gav's friend Jovi Val organizing an event on 420 called Fash Bash? If he's a friend of my brother's, he's probably a Nazi. Preston Premier. Wasn't your brother kind of lefty when he was younger? Was there a time you two got along? If Gavin were to Cheeto Hitler, would you accept him into the Beto army, or is he not to be trusted? You know, I do know some friends that have said, hey, dude, you have to put this chest thing. Why do you think I handed it over to you? And look, it's not easy. It's like a real,
Like a holster.
it's like the cop thing. You have to take his jacket off. What are you doing? You have to take his jacket off. Kids today, I try to help them dress dolls, and they just don't listen. Yeah, my brother was pretty woke when he was about 18, 19, 20. He had dreads. He helped organize Rock Against Racism with Oi Polloi in Ottawa, Canada. He sang in a band called Anal Chinook that had a lot of actually very woke lyrics. They sang about recycling and the song Use Your Brains Now. They mocked entrepreneurs. There was a song called I'm Just a Young Alex P. Keaton. I'm just another entrepreneur. But I think the best song they wrote was a song called Women's Rights. And it breaks my heart that my brother could write a song like this in 1989 and have it mean nothing to him now. And the chorus was, women can articulate. Hey, you don't trust these women, you don't think they can articulate? They can. And then why can't women masturbate was kind of a poignant thing that pointed out that women don't seem to masturbate as much as men. And that's clearly, he was a teenager at the time, so he's probably noticing that women aren't as horny as men, and that's because of society telling them they can't be libidinous. This is before slut walks liberated them and showed them how to suck a woman's cock. And then women can articulate. Why can't women masturbate? I worry about the world's fate with men in control. Now, that was 1989, my brother said that. And here we have people like Amy Siskind pointing out that if you're not a person of color and you're not a woman, go sit over there. We don't need you. We don't need politicians who are not black or brown or some sort of Muslim or a woman. Because we tried white men. It didn't work. What have white men ever done for this country besides start wars and rape kids? All of this seems so redundant to me. And then I say it, and it freaks you out. 19 pounds. That's a lot of money. I assume it's $10 bills. You put that on a scale and it weighs 19 pounds, that's a lot. Oh, this is adorable, seeing your tiny IQ try to figure out how to dress a dolly. Remember, the gun has to go in it and not slip out. So the handle would be at the top.
That's right.
Okay. Because you're going to have to put the gun in it. You've got all this stuff to unwrap. He hasn't unwrapped anything yet. I feel like this is the worst unpacking video ever. You know, some of these unpackers, the kids make $20 million a year? Do you toy people see this and go, what the fuck is he doing? You just broke the Marlboros from the pack. You just broke out the tiny Zippo. Keep that in the packaging. I wonder if you need permission from Marlboros to do that. And then this is a nice watch. That's kind of, look, I hate Nazis and racists, and that includes basically every white male in New Jersey. But I can see the appeal of a really expensive Rolex and then just like a windbreaker. I like that that's one thing I envy about the blue collars, is their gifts when it comes to juxtaposition of extremely casual wear and extremely expensive wear. So anyway, from someone who put over 20 pounds worth of money into the system, but it's not clear what the monetary value is. Congratulations on continuing to train for free soloing the internet. North Face should sponsor you. What does that mean?
I don't know.
That there's not enough people here?
Free soloing.
Free soloing is like that climbing. Free soloing the internet.
Maybe because you're a frontier kind of guy. You're going where places people never went before.
Yeah, I guess. Thank you, man. Thank you very much for that. Let's just click the ones at the top, no? This is from Spectacled Bear.
It's true.
Don't say that you're attracted to all humans because that's intolerant to furries who don't identify as human. Whoa, wake-up call. We were just watching a thing, actually, about Wolfkin.
Yeah.
There was a Wolfkin guy, and we've been trying to figure out how to play videos on this thing, but I don't think I'm smart enough. And the technology's too fascist, basically. It was a Wolfkin who was a gay guy, a gay couple of autistic nerds, one of them was a lambkin.
Yeah.
And the Wolfkin had no desire to eat, besides eating out, had no desire to eat the lambkin. I thought that was cool. And it was all in Britain, or it was mostly in Britain. And then there was another dude who, and this is I'd never heard of, he doesn't reckon himself to be a wolf. He reckons himself to be Wolverine.
Of course.
Which is not really a species. So a lot of these people, you have to understand, there's different genders and people are different types of human, but they're also different types of animal. And then there are also different types of things that don't even exist. Like Wolverine's a fictional character that people can identify. There's people who identify as Jedis. So the spectrum of things you can be is practically infinite. I mean, you can also love inanimate objects, right? There's that woman who married a Ferris wheel, and there's that woman who married a roller coaster, a guy who falls in love with his car. So I would say white males have to understand that as far as what people want to be and what are attracted to, you represent this pack of cigarettes. This is how important you are to the world, white males. Wait a minute, where's the camera? Oh, it's right there. This is you, white males. No, you're smaller. You're the Zippo that lights the cigarettes. That's you. And I just burned your face off. When would you and Ryan play video games with me? I miss your brother's old band. This song is... Oh yeah, that was an actual quote that my brother said on a live show. This is about how society tries to control you. Which is actually not that different from, I like your new sunglasses. It must be fun hearing a 19-year-old tell you about society trying to control you when he's lived alone and away from his parents for a year. I would love to play video games. I think playing video games are awesome. My brother seems to have a real problem with anyone over 14 playing video games, which is actually sad. Makes me feel sad for him. Because they give... My favorite game is Smash Brothers. Smash 'em.
Nintendo Smash Brothers.
Nintendo Smash Brothers I like. I like Legend of Zelda. I obviously like Red Dead Redemption. I'm actually a bad cowboy in that, just to see what it would be like. Look at Chris Penn's jeans are unfortunate. They look beyond mom jeans. Those are great grandpa jeans.
Like Carl Winslow type
Yeah.
fit.
That's like your Lebanese neighbor Zaif. Naif. This is Naif. This is the Lebanese neighbor who hits on the waitress at the local tavern off Maryville Road.
Jeez.
And she's clearly not interested, Naif, but he's more like, yeah, I wouldn't mind, how about some wings and your phone number? Please stop hitting on the waitress. Look at these jeans. If I was working at the Nice Guy Eddie Reservoir Dogs Toy Fair Company, I'd say, maybe we're not done. Maybe these jeans need to go back to the drawing board.
Those are regular sized jeans. I believe they could
This
fit.
is how they wore jeans in the 1920s. This is like Jack Dempsey pants. Did you put this chain on or was it already there?
It was already there.
Well, let's put his jacket on and load it up with cigarettes.
Jacket?
That's just a picture of his jacket. Kathy Shadle. I'm only here for Ryan's Ezra Levant impression. Why don't you come over here? Slide over.
But if they
dude.
see me, it kind of ruins it. Now, I'm, of course, not Ezra Levant himself. However, we're going to do this super chat with Gavin McInnes here. I'm actually mentioned, and I do an impression on your brother's podcast today. That was uploaded.
Let me try that.
I'm actually Ezra Levant, and I am trying to work together with Alberta to get this oil back. No, how do you do it?
It's good enough. It's a lot of air. Okay.
A lot of air.
A lot of air.
Come back in the frame.
And then lips.
A lot of air. A lot of lips.
There's a lot of mouthing and
air and movements.
And I'm not talking about when he shakes his head.
And I'm not talking about when he.
And make sure
I can't do it.
Your teeth never touch.
Your teeth never touch.
Like you're eating hot potatoes in your cheeks.
Hot potatoes. Hot potatoes. Hi. I'm from My Pillow.
Yeah.
My pillows are manufactured here in the States. I'm from Michigan. Why don't you do Ezra Levant saying that he steals money and does cocaine and stuff, so someone can take it out of context and try to ruin his career?
Well, also on your brother's channel, on Gavin's channel, there's a clip where we did exactly that, where your brother pretended that he had secret tapes of Ezra, talking smack, talking about money stuff, and it was actually me. We tried to spring it up on him, like, look what we got. And he's like, that's not me, and that doesn't sound like me.
That was good.
Yeah, thank you. That's not funny. And, it's on your brother's YouTube channel.
Okay. There's no need to start promoting my brother's YouTube channel here.
I'm sorry.
We're working at unfortunately, a Nazi company named Rebel. But we should adhere to their business plan.
That's true.
Even though socialism is much more effective. I've been drinking this disgusting corporate beer. And I'm having those burps that feel like I'm going to barf out my vegan salad.
Mm.
Doesn't that say a lot? All right.
Chest
so
holster.
while I've been amusing you, we have... Wait, where's this thing?
The holster?
Yeah.
This is where a holster ought to be.
Oh, nice.
Right under his... Yeah.
So if you look here, Ryan has added the gun, and he's actually got the holster where it's supposed to be. You can see it goes around both shoulders. Look at those jeans. That's not right. You know, that was probably made in China, where they were like, I think I know how American jeans go. They go out, and then they have some picture of like Jackie Gleason playing golf with Paul Newman.
Is that your Gavin version?
That was me doing Gavin for a second there, just because of stuff. All right, Mexico asked Spain to apologize for conquering them. They haven't apologized yet. Privileged racists. Mexico would be so much better off if Spain was never there. Before this conquistadors arrived, it was a beautiful Aztec paradise where they would occasionally eat each other and occasionally sacrifice babies and occasionally capture the rival king of a neighboring tribe and have him at the top of the stairs for 8 years, where they'd cut off his tongue and punch him and beat him every morning until he slowly starved to death. And then they would, after 8 years of relentless torture, kick him down the stairs, where the impact of each stair would concuss him to death, and he'd eventually bleed out at the bottom of the stairs. But besides that, they had a Mayan calendar. The Spanish did not. But this guy paid $10. I touched myself to the Lebanese neighbor doll while drinking scotch. Now it's a party. Good work, Chris. Remember, guys, always masturbate as much as possible. You don't want to get out there. You don't want to talk to chicks. You want to just look at porn, because that's exciting, especially tranny porn and all the other different types. Oh, this is this Preston Premier guy again, who spends a lot of money at this thing. He always has like $5, $10 questions. I have an important question, and I'm glad you're doing that, Preston Premier, not going out to a bar and talking to chicks. I have an important question, but first I want to point out that I come from a place of privilege, and that my voice is not worth as much as the trans Muslim woman of color, but where is the bathroom? I think if you're a white male with a normal penis, oh, I can't believe I just said normal, a cis penis, then you should piss your pants. Because you've had enough of getting any bathroom you want at any time you want. You should have to suffer while the rest of us... You know how long women have to wait in line to pee? And men with vaginas, They have to wait forever. Why don't you just stand there and piss yourself? Piss your jeans, your fancy Lebanese jeans. Our Marlboros and Zippos are the same size and always will be. Do you let the left shrink your balls? Don't let them shrink anything about you. Thank you for that, dude. Why doesn't Gavin move to Texas? It's the best in the West. That's true, and I tried to move down there because I like a lot of, well, I like Austin. I like to keep it weird, and my y'all includes all. But the heat is rough on Scottish people. How'd you get that cigarette in his mouth?
It's tapered. Just so.
That's a trip.
Mm-hmm. He's
So,
got the Zippo in his hand.
so does he have a hole in his mouth?
No, he's got just a slit, and then it's tapered down, so that way you can just wedge it in there.
Look how cool that is.
That I'm actually very impressed because I don't like unpractical. I don't like unpractical accessories. If it comes with a toy, I would like it to be functional.
And that's the Zippo?
He's got a pack of Stokes in the back pocket, back left pocket.
Okay, let's keep the gun in the hand.
Yeah, or a phone because phone cigarette combo.
No, I think the gun is more aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, but
And
he
then
never,
the
you gotta
phone-
zip it up a little bit. I suppose.
The phone will what? Just poke out of his pocket? Does he have a pocket?
It's optional.
He has no pocket.
He has a front and back.
Oh, he does?
Yep.
Oops, cigarette's out. Please put the phone in the back pocket.
Sure.
And please put the cigarette back in his mouth. We also have a toy here. My brother's really sensitive about all this stuff, but who cares if he's not here? This is a good unpacking episode.
Unboxing.
Unboxing. So this is a dude from Anthrax, thrash metal band. I don't think that's valuable. Shoes suck. But this, my brother spent $80 on. And I don't know why, it's broken. So he's probably going to have a little hissy fit when he finds out we opened it. But do you remember V in the 80s? It was about these, it was actually a racist show that was against immigration. Because these people seemed really cool and nice. And then we got to know them and discovered. So they come to Earth like this, right?
This is the first time you're taking this out of the thing?
Yeah, it's not
I
mine.
don't think he's going to be happy with that at all.
Oh, I'm so scared of Gavin McInnes.
Well, I didn't know you were doing this. I should have stopped you.
I hope I don't get him fired. So they come down to Earth and they're all like, "Hey, bro, what's up? Let's hang out. Want to chill with me?" And then people go, "Yeah, I would like to chill with you." "Oh, cool. Can I come over, man? Let's have a kegger. Let's totally party, dude. Oh my God, I love Earth. It's awesome. Okay, here, put a microchip in my body. Yeah, I'd love to. Hey, why don't you come over to my cool hospital and we can hang out? All right." And then, yeah, we can hang out where I fucking eat you. They're actually pinhead aliens.
Damn.
See, that's the problem with this toy. In order to make this look believable, they had to make the head way too small. So this looks okay, right? That's a normal head. "Hey, dude, what's up? I got sunglasses if you want." And then, that's cool, but then when you take it off, it looks like Beetlejuice lizard.
Yeah, alien heads are a lot bigger.
Alien heads are bigger than our heads. But I guess by the time they bought this, they already bought the toy. That's the problem with capitalism. They trick you into buying this. You buy it, and then you're at home, and your kid's playing, and your kid goes, "Dad, they didn't really have tiny pinheads like that. They had normal lizard heads. The skin wasn't this big. It was as thick as, like, a thin layer of latex." Wow, we're going to really get Captain Suck-attacking here when he sees what we did to his toys. "Oh no! My guns! My plastic guns! You got them out of the packaging! I'm so scared of Gavin!"
I think I lost the cigarette. Do you see it?
I don't see it. So that's gonna have to be found, or we're both dead. Like literally dead meat. Shit. I'm actually not scared of him, but I do know that
we could put it all back, and
Like
not
we
get
never did
caught.
it, yeah.
But if you lose that cigarette,
That's gonna be
the thing
different.
loses its value.
He
and
checks
he
it-
will kick the shit out of me.
I know. He checks it every day to make sure that all the parts are in there too.
It could have fallen in the garbage.
Nice try. Yeah, I'll look for that.
All right, so that's a fun assignment for Ryan.
There's a.
Why don't you announce to the camera, as Ezra Levant, what happened and what you're going to be doing now?
I'm looking for the cigarette because it holds in his mouth just so, and it fell out. So now we have to look for it.
Did you check his jacket? Sometimes it falls straight down into the jacket.
Ah,
Open it here. And then you go, it could have fallen into his pants.
oh, got it.
Nice!
Nailed it.
I just avoided a pretty serious beating. All right. I found out my dad's new wife had an affair. He said it's okay because he also cheated. Should I pretend to be okay with cuck unfaithful stuff or stop talking to him for a while? I moved out 2 years ago. I think you have to understand in today's polyamorous society that you can't judge anyone. I know, unless he's a white male, I guess. Wait a minute. This thing has a button on the back. Oh, look at that. This makes up for the pinhead issue.
Oh, whoa.
It goes out almost
His tongue.
4 millimeters. Yeah, you should let him get away with, especially if they're baby boomers, let them get away with infidelity. Let the mom get away with infidelity. It's totally cool. It's actually kind of awesome. I think that we have to sort of reevaluate sex in the modern age and recognize that you can't choose who you love. And if you're just like on the bus and you want to touch yourself to pornography, don't pull it out because that's patriarchal, but go masturbate to a trans person in the bathroom. Especially if you think that you might end up hitting on a girl and make her uncomfortable. So cheat, be polyamorous, ladies, own your sexuality, be a slut. I saw a great thing in my brother's old magazine, Vice, on cum cocktails. I thought that was a really interesting take on drinking, another person's bodily fluids. And as far as infidelity goes, live it, own it, be it. You know, I saw a clip, and we're going to learn how to show clips on this at some point. Look at that little white male sticking his stupid racist head in. I saw a clip on YouTube a while ago, and it was our Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, flirting with someone on the panel. I think he was drunk at the time, or maybe stoned. And the thought of a threesome came up. And he did a little thing that went, basically saying, yeah, I would have a threesome with you guys. And I just thought, what a cool Prime Minister we have. That he has menage a trois with his wife Sophie. And he also makes sort of rare comments about it. And how different are these two people? One is an alien pretending to be a cool white dude, and one is a cool white dude pretending to be an alien. And they're both dead right now. What else do we got? Dude, Owen is not funny. Owen Benjamin is not funny. I fucking agree. I think he's a racist.
Dude, don't poke a bear.
I'll poke a bear, all right. Do Owen Benjamin being racist.
Dude, all these Sodom... Wait, how about being liberal?
Okay, come over here.
Oh. Dude. All these sodomites are literally racist. Like, you have to be inclusionary. Like, if I see a black dude, I just, like, give him $5. Everybody else is racist and sodomites. And that's all I got.
What's the matter with sodomy?
I mean, this is Owen Benjamin.
Cole Attic. Miles, you missed my invitation. We went on campus to hug trans students. And Z, are my arms tired? Empower everyone. See it to be it. That's a good idea. Free hugs for trans people. We could set up a thing like Steven Crowder does. That's a lot of work, though. Okay.
It's just a table.
I'm too old for that shit. No, you know he has. There's like a security team and stuff that follows him and does that stuff.
That's true.
I don't like this doll. Doesn't it seem kind of cheap? But what I think is cool about all these dolls is I like the idea of men, instead of, fixing old cars the way our fathers did and other boring crap like that, is they're focusing on what really matters, which is dollies. Collecting dollies. Playing video games. Jerking off to porn. The kind of stuff you did when you were 13. Why not do that when you're 35? Why not do it when you're 45? Next question. This is from Dawn Tuff. As a resident of Minnesota. Oh, I get it. Minnesota and Somalia combined. Wait a minute. That sounds Islamophobic. Did you know that Islam is a religion of peace? If you want to look at terror in America, what about Heather Heyer? Charlottesville, ring any bells? I like how my brother likes to say that racism is not really an issue in America. And you go, that's interesting. What about David Duke, Richard Spencer, and Heather Heyer, who was killed by Jason Fields? And he only got 403 years. Yet Jussie Smollett gets 16 charges. Wait, why are you zipping all over the place? 40-year-old man, 48-year-old man playing with dolls is normal. That's from Chris Kudolin. I agree. Those glasses are jiggly butts. Proud of your boy fluids. I didn't see who that was. That's Gavin McInnes saying go to bed. That's unfortunate if he's watching this, because if he sees that we opened these dolls, things could be very bad for me. Ryan's Bill Burr impression is brutal. Also, I've started playing chess with all the black pieces. I just can't give the whites a chance to win. Cool idea, Preston. Let's have Bill Burr talking about social justice and awareness in society today.
Dude, they just don't get a fair shake. It's like, dude, every time you go to the mall, it's like they make the people of color go to one store. Like the white people get to go to the good stores. It's brutal.
That was good. Bill Burr married a woman of color, which is very brave and awesome, like Bill de Blasio did. I think the less mainstream the beauty of the black woman you marry, the more I'm impressed. So I'm more impressed by de Blasio than Bill Burr, but I'm very impressed with both. That took some balls. And you don't see a lot of guys doing that these days. Luke Thomas, Brunei, now stoning gays. Watch Gav, blame Islam. That was covered on my brother's podcast today. You can check out. I believe it's called Get Off My Lawn. But in it, he discussed how disgusting it is to kill men for having gay sex. But the spooky thing about this Brunei, Brunei is down by Malaysia and Indonesia and all that in Southeast Asia. The scary thing about it is, what if a guy puts his dink in a girl's bum? That's technically a type of gay sex. It's just straight people doing it. Or what if a guy like me has sex with a man with a vagina? Is that gay sex? That's the problem. I don't think they were specific enough. Like, what if I was to go down and perform fellatio, cunnilingus, on a woman with a penis? This. Or what if a gynecologist was to go like that and work on the woman's scrotum? Is that gay? I would argue gay doesn't exist anymore. I've sucked a lot of dicks.
That's... somebody lost all respect for me knowing I'm short.
We're on different chairs.
What about shortest?
We're sitting in different chairs.
Well, I am short.
It's got a low-slung chair. Let's stand up. That's not much better for you.
I'm very short. Is there something about shortists? Is that discrimination?
Yeah, that's messed up.
Thank you.
Whoever said that's messed up. He is looking a lot shorter than he normally does, though. He's definitely shorter than me, but he's not that short. Here, why don't we go like this?
Oh,
and then stand back to back. And you're wearing socks and I'm wearing shoes.
Holy shit.
Eesh, this is not getting any better.
Wait, is that... was I standing behind you?
No. Well, I'll take my shoes off.
This is not good.
Is this why you have such big hair?
Yep.
Ooh, I can feel your touch buns. You've got a big Puerto Rican ass.
Yeah.
Okay, so now here we are. That's not so bad.
Is it drastic?
Doesn't seem that bad.
Thanks.
It's like, whoa. Head's here. Head's there.
It's not bad.
I salute the short.
Thanks.
That's where the origin of saluting, by the way. Someone was standing next to a 5'5" guy and said, you come up to here, and I respect that.
I didn't know that.
Yep, that's true. There's a lot of short people in the military
This
because
is
you have to be tiny to want to kill innocent people.
Dom Tuft is one of my new patrons.
Oh, Dom Tough, your brother and Ryan's podcasts have been on fire lately. Oh, you must be a fucking racist who loves hearing anti-Semitic, sexist, transphobic, sizist, anti-ginger rhetoric all day.
And your brother Gavin does not like vaping, but I know you're cool with it.
I love vaping.
Cool. So I
Vape it up.
I can just start.
Yeah, you could vape right in my ear, and I'll think it's awesome that you're sucking on a robot's dick. Because I also like being gay.
Would you like? You vape too, right?
I vape all the time.
Yeah, give it a shot. You just gotta pull that button down and.
All right.
You know how to inhale it. And all.
Let's do it.
Oh, this one's a little stronger than maybe you're used to. You want to go for one more? It's usually one is for pussies.
No, I think we're good.
Okay. That's fair.
That's very invasive. It really gets in your nooks and crannies.
I see. Yeah.
And what particular flavor would you
It's
call
just
that?
tobacco.
Just tobacco?
Yeah.
It's not some sort of weird cherry mix?
No, it's just regular old good old tobacco.
Good. And I love it.
Nice.
And I don't understand why my brother fucking hates
Right.
vapes and anyone who vapes. Because he's El Rongo.
It's a relief to hear finally.
Wow.
Finally something.
No, I see your point. And it tastes like a used gym sock. It has this sort of stinky feet aftertaste.
It's an acquired taste.
I like the stinky feet. Stinky man's foot. Like a sock that you found that was kind of wet when it fell behind the dresser. And it's been sitting there with dust bunnies, just rotting.
Right.
And it's got, oh, God.
But although the flavor is good, the slurping sound isn't ideal. And that I do understand.
Yeah, the slurping is the worst of it. Not having cherries rammed up your ass.
Speaking of ass.
How many dolls have gotten stuck in your ass? That's from a guy named M.E. He only paid $2 for that. That's not enough. Not answering that. Wait, what about Joshua Barber? Wow. Bill Burr is a racist, and his kid is half racist. That's true. That was from an earlier video I put out where I said, if you're white, you're racist. If you're black, you're not racist. If you're half black, you're half racist. Think of my head as the bouncing ball in learning songs. If you're half black, you're half racist. That's just a fact, and that includes Obama. Barack Hussein Obama was 50% racist. His mother was a racist. But she slept with an African. Yeah, once. We don't know if she liked it or not. Joshua Barber, $4.99 he spent on this. I see a lot of 99s. Is that part of the thing?
Mm-hmm.
Why do they do that?
I don't know why they would do that to themselves. I like clean denominations.
Yeah. And why is this guy's face so blue? Can you see that? It's got like a weird hue to it. Are we seeing the green lizard underneath?
Perhaps it's translucent and the green is coming through.
All right, let's see. So you notice how he has a slight gray tone? Take off his hat. Take this off. Put a finger in that's normal colored.
Still bluish?
Still got that strange hue. There's a lot of bright lights in here.
Hmm.
Now, I know some of you are thinking, hey, you could get an erection and put that on your penis. What kind of mind do you have? Why is that the first thing that pops into your head? You want to put this on your erect penis and show your wife and say, hey? And you know she's going to go, oh, and then she'll see it and you think she'll laugh at that? Or you think that you can take a foreskin and sort of snake it in there and tug it, or maybe so it's facing up, and then go up to your friends at a party and go, hey guys, is this normal? And then you pull your dick out, and then when you pull it out, it's like, here, I'll show you how you're thinking of it in your sick, disgusting mind. You go up and you go, hey guys, I gotta ask you something, and please don't tell anyone I showed you this, but is this normal? Wait, you wouldn't have your thumb there. Is this normal? And yes, they would probably laugh their asses off because they're totally juvenile.
Or if your friends are funny, they might be like, "Oh my god, I've never seen that before. You got to get that checked out. It looks like a smiling face."
That would be pretty advanced. If
Yes, that is advanced.
And if you're on vacation and you find a piece of coral that's shaped kind of like a penis, and you think that would be funny to go up to your friends and go, or a group of people and say, "Hey, I gotta ask you something. It's feeling kind of itchy. Is this normal?" And then you pull out from your fly the piece of funny-looking coral. If you think that would be amusing, you're a really juvenile human being. And you know what? I feel sorry for you.
Same.
I don't even dislike you. I think it's sad.
Pity.
I pity the fool. Sure. That's where Mr. T got a lot of his stuff.
From
people would have really infantile jokes, and he'd look at you and he'd go, "You know what? I pity you. I feel sorry for the fool who thinks juvenile humor is amusing, especially involving a penis. You should use wit and puns. You should use a whole different context with some sort of a simile.
It's probably specifically like a doll head penis.
Use a metaphor, motherfucker!" That's what he said when I met him. And I was 3 years old. I said, "Mr. T, I don't know how to use I grew up in the Philippines. What's this one?
Oh, we said his name and his denomination, but we never got to the question.
Oh, Joshua Barber, $4.99. Miles, what do you think of Brunei making it illegal to stone gays? I thought we talked about this. Is Islam at fault, or is the conservative Christians who caused this? Here's something that's never discussed when we have Muslims throwing gays off buildings and stoning people to death. What kind of Muslims are they? Conservative Muslims. So what you're actually seeing is just conservatives in different cultures. And conservatives in lots of the Middle East do to gays what conservatives in America would love to do, but are too scared. Mike Pence has electrocuted gays, and he wants to make it illegal not to electrocute gays. He tried to electrocute Dick Cheney's daughter for being a lesbian. He had a dildo that was rigged up to a car battery.
He did that himself?
Yeah. And you know they have such big clippers?
Right.
So when she grabbed her sex toy, she got a little jolt from one of the clippers, and she went, "What the?" And then she followed the cord.
And it was at
there was a Jeep
car.
Cherokee in the backyard revved up, and she just saw Mike Pence running down into the forest.
Jeep
Pathetic.
Cherokee.
You know what? When she told me that, she goes, "You must hate Mike Pence," and I said, "I feel sorry for him because it was so sad." I said, to quote Mr. T, I said, "Use a metaphor, motherfucker." And she said, "You know what? You're woke." And she proceeded to eat me out. Mantis Toboggan. I like your name. Wonder if his great-great-grandfather invented the toboggan.
I hope.
The sight of an upside-down flag gives me diarrhea. Well, that's your problem. I think the upside-down flag looks awesome. And if you don't get it, then you don't understand how flags work. The American flag is a symbol of death, murder, destruction, rape. When we got here, actually when the black man got here, he lost his religion, his culture, his God. And some of us, by the way we act, we even lost our minds. That's quoting an African American. When the white man got here, he killed and raped all the Indians. And they were screaming, "Stop, stop." And then he killed them all, took all their land, and then he set up the farms, and he goes, "Who's going to work on these cotton farms?" And then he imported blacks from around the world, and they became the slaves that built America. And they were building skyscrapers right up until the 50s. How do you think the Chrysler Building was erected so fast? And don't make another infantile penis joke, please. The Empire State Building in a year and a half during the Depression, under budget. You know how they did that? African American slave labor. Jesus, this guy Preston Premier's emptied his bank account. Does his mother know that he's blowing so much cash?
I can feel the sexual tension between you and your young Asian houseboy. That's not even close to true.
It's racist.
Chris Lover, or potentially we have a Canadian, French Canadian, Lovey. Cancel Blaze when they kicked you off their lawn. What say you? You fucked up, dummy. Gavin McInnes is the leader of a hate group, according to the SPLC. And no matter how much he tries to obfuscate that fact with a website called defendgavin.com that is 85% towards its goal, with over about 5,000 donations, rounding us up to about $218,000. No matter how much you look at that, it doesn't stop the truth that my brother is a Nazi. And what do Nazis want to do? Kill you and your family in your sleep, including the handicapped. Remember when Trump was elected? There were signs in schools that said, I stand by my immigrant students. I stand by my trans students. I stand by my handicapped students.
Right. Yes.
And I thought that was awesome.
That is good.
Because just in case Trump and the aliens try to come in and say, hey, you in the wheelchair, get in this giant dumpster. We're killing all the handicapped people. Not on my watch. Goodbye, guys. That's what happens when you fuck up.